Hey y'all, we're back with another knotless tutorial, and this time we're doing a honey blonde knotless bob. So come on and watch me work. And you can pause the video. These are the products that I use to do this style. Love cleaning my parts up with my braid gel, y'all. I've switched over to this all day braids gel and it's been working for me. I had got the big bucket of it for $40 and it lasted me a whole bunch of clients, so I've just been using this kind. I found out how to cast the whiteness away. If your clients do get any whiteness, just set it with foam really good, massage it into the scalp, and boom, the whiteness will be gone. So I'm doing like a good medium size for her braids. This is my cousin. I've done plenty of videos using her as a model. I used really small pieces to do this because I wanted it to flow effortlessly out of her scalp, and I also wanted to make sure my tuck was really good, and I wanted the braids to look like blonde. I didn't want any of her hair to show. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I love a good tuck, so baby, we're gonna tuck all the way down. So with this boho bob, I'm not adding any curly hair to the first 2 rows because I don't want her nape area to be getting tangled up with the curly hair. So the first 2 rows, let's avoid putting the curly hair there. I'm also making sure that I do the knots really well with these first 2 rows because the hair is thicker where I want it to end at. But I tied the knots a lot on this first row. I didn't have to do them as many times as I did with this row. Like I said, the hair is just thicker where you want the hair to end right here on these first 2 rows, so you just have to tie the knots a little bit more just to make sure that that braid is nice and secure. So you always want to make sure that you're braiding in the base of the box. You want to comb the product in on all sides to make sure that you got it right there in the center, and always make sure that your knotless braid is in the center of the box. And babes, always make sure you're starting out with a small piece. The smaller the better. The smaller pieces to start out with gives you that flatter look, which is what you want with a knotless braid, and it also increases the mobility of the braid. So always make sure you're starting with a small piece and just build your braid. So now I'm going to be showing y'all how I add the boho pieces. And this hair is really good. I like the Freetress hair because it's full all the way down and it gives a really full look. I know with some hair, some Pack bulk hair from the beauty supply store, it's not as full with each piece. Like some pieces might be shorter, but with this hair, it's full density all the way down. So I really like this hair. And you really just want to put it in on one end and then just tuck it up under. Any pieces that you see right there, the little straight pieces that have been inserted in the braid, if they're sticking out, you can cut those because it's just the bulk hair. You always want to make sure that you're tucking your client's hair. So anytime you're tucking, you won't be snipping any of your client's hair away, especially since her hair is black. I know that I'm not cutting her hair and it's just going to be the boho hair, but you just want to make sure that you're still tucking the hair all the way down, even when you're adding the boho pieces. Always tuck that hair. Try to tuck the boho pieces as best as you can as well. Finishing up with that last part, you always want to make sure that part is right in the middle. So take your time, make sure the part is in the middle. Make sure you check by going in front of your client to make sure that part is right in the middle of her head. You don't want to give nobody no middle part. We don't do middle parts around here, babes. We only do middle parts. So make sure you take your time with that middle part, okay? thing about a knotless bob, y'all, you really got to trust the process. You have to trust yourself too. So I'm about to go ahead and get the ends curled, and the way that I curl my ends is with perm rods. So I just make sure that the boho hair is out of the way, and then I start at the end and I just roll it around, and I stop when I get to where the braid ends at. So I'm showing y'all how I just roll it around with my fingers, and then I stop right there once I get to where the braid is like tied. And then I just do that with like 5 different sections. Well, I use 5 different braids to do that. And then I do dip them, and this is human hair, so even if you get the human hair wet, it's going to be fine. That's totally fine. It's human hair. It's not going to mess up the curl pattern. It's not going to frizz up the hair. It's not going to mess the hair up. It's human hair. That's why you want to use human hair. I prefer human hair over synthetic hair because human hair is fine with getting dipped, and it also lasts way longer when you use human hair. So personally, I love the human hair. Yeah, don't worry about it getting messed up and getting wet, because it's going to be totally fine if you do dip it. I feel like the perm rod blends in so well with the curls. If you do want to add curly hair, then you could, but it will just take you longer. Doing this step will make it blend in just as well as adding curly hair in. But I do feel like curly hair at the ends just takes way too long, so I like the perm rod at the ends. Now I'm just spraying it with water before I begin to cut it, because I need it to be blended so I can get a good feel of what needs to be cut. Now when you're cutting, you can use your regular shears, or you could use a big razor comb. I would recommend you do a big razor comb. Don't do this one like me, y'all. Normally I just trim the ends with this, but I forgot to get a big razor comb when I was at the beauty supply store, so that's why I'm using this one. But using shears is gonna work just as fine as well. I just did a bob today and I used my regular shears, which is what I probably use from now on. It wasn't that hard, but since this razor was so small, it did take me a little bit longer. But like I said, you can use your shears and it'll be just fine. So with this, you just shape it out to be the way that you want it to be. I didn't really have to worry about the braids getting messed up while doing this, because you're literally just cutting the ends. But yeah, this takes probably the most time, because you have to make sure that you're getting it together, and you have to just trust the process when you're doing this. But I promise you, it's so worth it at the end. I also like to bring the hair forward and make sure there's no little straggly pieces, because you don't want the straggly pieces to be in the front. You want it to look good, because they're going to be pulling their hair to the front too. So you want to make sure all the little stray pieces are gone. Then I'm going to spray it with some more water, because I'm going to do my little finishing touches. After I do the water, I'm going to add some mousse on there to lay down any flyaways, any fuzzies. You know, you just want it to look really good, nice and blended and smooth. Now I'm just blow drying it to set the foam and to help the hair dry a little bit quicker. And then I'm going to spray it with my Cream of Nature Argan Sheen spray, and then she's done, y'all. So if this video was helpful for you, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Slay gang. And y'all, we got more videos coming, so just tune in with me, and I will see y'all in the next video.